What up, Pink ladies, T-birds, just happen to be watchers of my shit. My name is JImmiPynk. I can't any fucking more with this. So, Pink ladies and T-birds, I'm sure that you noticed that I skipped episode 5. It wasn't exactly intentional, but it happened. There's a lot of shows to review on Wednesday, and everybody had took a break, and I needed a break. Even if you guys watch my Riverdale reviews, you even know that that one was kind of rushed and put together. I was suffering from some of my issues that I have, such as depression and anxiety, and I skipped a couple weeks on those shows. But this, I'm going to warn you guys right now, this may be the last Versace review that I did. Which sucks because I got a couple more outfits that I really wanted to wear. And I literally bought this blonde wig for Versace. But here's the thing. When's the last time we seen Versace? And I mean really seen Versace. Okay, don't get me wrong. The story is interesting. But if you want to do a show about Andrew Cunanan, that should have been what you fucking named it. And I'm sure I'm not alone in that. I can tell by when you've been doing YouTube for a while. And I personally have had YouTube for a long time, but I just started really getting serious about putting together a quality channel and quality content maybe for like a couple of years. You notice patterns, and when you start becoming a partner and really taking that shit a little bit seriously, you start noticing patterns. I know when shows fall off because I can tell by my reviews. I know that sounds crazy. Your first episode of anything is always going to have more views than anything else because those are people that are just looking for somebody new to review it. And your second is going to fall off because those are people that stayed because they like the content. When your shit fall off by like 75%, it's because people are not watching the show. It's not because of you. And that's just real. And that's across the board. And you can see it for other reviews. It'll not only be you. You'll look at other people's views. Even those big YouTubers that you know are going to get 100,000 views every time. When they're only getting like 30, 40,000, it's because of the show. It's not because of them. And they really missed the mark. They really misbranded this by calling this the Assassination of Gianni Versace. They clickbaited all of us. Because we thought that we were going to get a lot of Versace because it was the Assassination of Gianni Versace. But we haven't talked about him actually dying for how long? It's all these other people that Andrew Cunanan killed. And in this episode, didn't have nothing to do with none of it. What I will say is this. If Andrew Cunanan wouldn't have been all the way nutsy motherfucking cuckoo, you should have stayed with Norman. You had it fucking made right there. You had the life that you wanted. Riddle me this. So somebody is paying your way. But you fall in love with this other dude. Okay, what have you, whatever. And this dude is basically telling you, I know you don't love me. But guess what? I got money. You want a certain lifestyle. I'm offering you this lifestyle. But I'm not about to write you into my will. I'm not about to give you this car. I'm not about to tell you can travel to go see all these other people first class. What I will do for you is pay for you to go back to school. Now, when somebody is that connected and they pay for you to go back to school, first of all, you got money. You really ain't got to do your homework. Pay somebody to fucking do it if you don't want to work. Which is really sad because let's keep it all the way 100. Andrew Cunanan is a fucking genius. Let's not sugarcoat that shit. As despicable as he is, the motherfucker was a genius because you wouldn't have been able to manipulate and do all of this shit if you wasn't. He was a fucking genius. So school wouldn't even been that fucking hard for you. But if you ain't want to work, the man just increased your spending limit, pay somebody to do your motherfucking homework. Or manipulate somebody to do your homework. You did it. You good at that. You still wouldn't have had to work. Then, that motherfucker is connected. When you'd have graduated, he'd have got you a job somewhere. Just because he's his boyfriend, like the redhead fairy friend said, he's old school. He likes to know art and a wine list. So that means status. He'd have made sure you'd have had a good ass job, making your own money. You'd have still lived there. You'd have still paid your way. And for what? To fuck him? You was an escort any fucking way. You could have been the Amber Rose of motherfucking gay men. And you fucked it up. I love this line, though. And I should have opened it with this. I love when he said, Andrew, too lazy to work and too proud to be kept. Truth. I didn't know he had only had like a weekend with David at this point and invited him to his birthday. Oh, this shit nuts. But I will tell you this. In certain stories, and I'll revert to Black Panther, and I'm sure some of y'all, if y'all are watching this review, which will only probably be about 126 people, max. But I'll revert you to Black Panther, and if you're somebody that watches pop culture or know anything about pop culture, you'll know that a lot of people are saying that Eric Killmonger was a great villain because you could feel sorry for him. You understood why he was the way he was. And you're trying to show us that with Andrew. You're trying to. Don't try to make me pull sympathy for somebody that actually did the shit. Eric Killmonger is a fictional character. Eric Killmonger was a representative of how some people in Black America feel. Andrew Cunanan is not a representative of how some gay people feel. Andrew Cunanan is a real person. Andrew Cunanan is a fucking serial killer. Andrew Cunanan was a motherfucking a liar and a thief and a despicable ass person. Don't try to make me feel sorry for this motherfucker. Don't. He was poor and he wanted to be rich. It's a lot of people that's like that. I'm not one of them. I don't want to be rich. I would like to be able to live my life doing something that I love to do. But I don't want to be rich. But there are lots of poor people that want to be rich. That's why you got so many people that's drug dealers or thieves or credit card scammers and all this shit. And then that's why you do have people that have pulled themselves up from their bootstraps and took on ridiculous things. Perfect example. I've just recently, I'm not going to talk about, I'm sorry, I'm kind of skipping around this episode. I'm off a little bit of fluid. Y'all see, I said I wasn't even going to smoke on motherfucking episodes no more, and I'm doing that. Fuck it. I'm dressed as Donatella Versace, that bitch chain smoking, so do I. I just recently watched, which is an excellent watch if you have Netflix. If you looked at it and said it isn't interesting, it's this movie that's starring Jack Black that's called The Polka King. I watched it on a humbug, and it's excellent. And it says based on a true story from the very beginning, but the shit that you think is the fake shit is all the shit that really happened. And it's excellent, but that was somebody that was like somebody who was an immigrant who did all this stuff because they wanted to be rich and successful. But they made sure to not make you feel sympathy for the man because he really did that shit. That's a line to toe, man. And you can tell the psychological problems of somebody and how they ended up being the way they were. But don't try to make me feel bad for Andrew Cunanan. And again, the story itself is an interesting story. They could have did without this episode. I'm going to tell y'all right now, this was the filler episode. I didn't need this. This was just an episode to say, oh, this is how these people tie together and blah, 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 etc. And Andrew just got fed up when I'm like, Andrew was a smart cookie. He could have fucked his way and getting with that dude. We already know he was a murderous motherfucker and could have killed that dude off and got away with it and had that man's house and everything. This episode wasn't it for me. I'm sorry. I know he got all sad and strung out on drugs and whatever. I don't care. Guess what we want to see? And then this is the Versace that we get. He takes some super meth. I guess that was the shit from Breaking Bad, the best meth they make. I guess that was that crystal blue persuasion. And we get him fantasizing about Versace, and you think you're better than me and this, and this. Say that shit. Save it. Here's the thing. This is why I said that. When I watch Feud, Bet and Joan, I got Bet and Joan. Okay? American Crime Story, O.J. Simpson. I didn't watch the whole thing because I felt like they focused on the Kardashians a little bit too much. But I could assume it was a whole lot of O.J. in that. And then there were other parts of the story that we were interested in. We were interested in Rob Kardashian Sr. We were interested in Marsha Clark. We were interested in Johnny Cochran. Let's keep it 100. As far as Andrew Cunanan, do y'all care about anybody else he killed about besides Gianni Versace? That sounds callous because, yes, these people lost their life and their story deserves to be told. It absolutely does. But when you're branding a TV series as the Assassination of Gianni Versace, we're thinking that's what the focus is going to be. We're not thinking we're going to get full-fledged fucking episodes that's all Andrew Cunanan killing these other people. Yes, it has to be in the story. But it's been, 3 or 4 episodes that has been focused on these people that Andrew Cunanan killed. Maybe the Andrew Cunanan story wouldn't have got you as many viewers. But if you tell me the Assassination of Gianni Versace, and his name is in the title, I'm thinking I'm getting a little bit more Gianni Versace than what I've been getting. I'm thinking I'm at least getting a little bit more of Gianni's people. We see Andrew go back to see his mother, and he tells his mother, I'm unhappy, and the mother kind of ignores him. Guess what? Do we think anybody, if that's motherfucking crazy, mother really pays them that much attention? Because usually that's not the case. So, I didn't need to see that. I put it to y'all like this. Riverdale, regardless of the fact that, yes, I do this YouTube thing. I do make money from this YouTube thing. I do. Okay? But I review shows that I genuinely am interested in and want to watch. For whatever reason, this season, everybody want to have a show on Wednesday. So now this comes on at 10 o'clock. Guess what else comes on at 10 o'clock? The new Heathers comes on at 10 o'clock. Even though I've already reviewed the first episode because it was previewed, I'm going to continue to watch it because I got a very favorable response from that as somebody who really knows the original movie and is able to, without even going back and watching the original movie, pick out and compare. And I've been getting a very favorable response to that. And I do see potential in that show, even though the first episode was a dumpster fire. But there were moments of diamonds in that goddamn dirt. So I'm going to continue to watch that. They come on at the same time. I'm also not going to neglect Riverdale. Because even though my Riverdale reviews don't get that many views, I genuinely enjoy Riverdale. I genuinely have Riverdale merchandise. I grew up on Archie comics. I genuinely enjoy watching and reviewing that show. Everything is not about money. And I don't review shows just because I know they gonna get me paid. I review Drag Race because I like Drag Race. But I know Drag Race is money season. I'm going to just keep it all the way 100 with y'all because I'm off this fluid and I haven't drank actual liquor. This ain't wine, this is liquor. I haven't drank liquor in a month. So I might be a little bit loosey-goosey. But I say that to say this. Although I am enjoying the Assassination of Gianni Versace, my interest in it is waning to the point where I feel like my reviews are not going to be solid reviews and they're not going to be solid content for my channel. If you couldn't tell by this review, I didn't really even talk about the show that much. I'm just kind of telling y'all why I think I'm going to jump ship on it. Not that I'm not still going to watch it, but I'm not going to watch it on time. I might review it late on a day that I'm like, oh, I got time. I'm going to do nothing is on. I might watch it and review it. But it's not a priority any longer. Even though I absolutely have been adoring my Donatella looks. I have been feeling my royal motherfucking oats in this dark eye and this blonde hair I have. But I got 3 more months of Drag Race. I can wear that for that too. I'm doing Heathers. I can do that for that too. Hell, I can do it anytime I fucking feel like it. I don't always look, if you've ever noticed, I don't look like myself with my real hair color and my regular clothes on these reviews too goddamn often. So I could dress up like Donatella Versace anytime I feel like it. Hell, season 10 of Drag Race is coming on. I can just do fucking Donatella Versace. And I can pull this look right back together. So it's not that important. I guess really what I'm saying is this shouldn't even be considered a review as much as a farewell. Because I'll continue to watch the series, but it's not going to be a priority. I just don't care enough anymore. And I saw an article and I thought that's what it was about to say, so I didn't read it before I got on camera. But I don't think I'm alone in feeling that way. If you're going to brand it as the Assassination of Gianni Versace, you cannot have 3, 4, or 5 episodes that really don't have that much to do with Versace. I commend the last episode where they did Jeff Trail and Gianni Versace, and the opposite of one coming out and one trying to stay in and one doing this interview to become public and one doing this interview being very, very private. And I commend that. And I didn't do a review of that episode, but it was a very well done episode. But it was still more about Jeff than it was about Gianni Versace. Hands, Bueller, y'all comment below and let me know if y'all even watched this much, because I've really just been running my mouth about how much I really am starting to take a turn on this series. And like I said, I'm pretty sure, even though I didn't watch the first episode, this might be a problem that they had with the first season. Because like I said, they was focusing on them Kardashians just a little bit too much for my motherfucking taste. And if anybody knows me, my pink ladies and T-birds know I can't stand them motherfuckers. So I was trying to watch the first season of American Crime Story to get prepared for this, to see if I would even like this, to get into it to review, even though I like the subject matter more. And I never got through that. I don't think I got past episode 3 on that one. The story is interesting, but it's not what I thought it was going to be. And I just don't feel like I have the vigor, the interest. I didn't even take notes on it. And I'm at home. I'm sure some of you guys know, my pink ladies and T-birds know that sometimes I will watch an episode while I am at the place that shall not be named and take my notes, and might come home in the morning, put on the geesh, and then do the review. But I usually have notes. If I don't even got notes, that's one or two things. Either that shit is so interesting that I didn't need to take notes because I remember everything, or I'm not interested. I'm at home, notebook sitting right there. Just bought a brand new pack of ink pens because it was a couple weeks ago that I did a review that I didn't have an ink pen. I had to try to remember because I couldn't find the one ink pen that was in my house because they all ran out, because I take notes when I do reviews. Just bought a brand new pack of ink pens. Did not crack that bitch open. Did not crack my notebook open. And I used my notebook earlier today for a shopping list, so that'll tell you that. So I thank all of y'all that rocked with me through American Crime Story Versace. I'm not going to tell y'all that I'm not going to review it anymore at all. What I'm just going to tell you that it is not a priority. So it's probably not going to be there Thursday morning. Especially because after next Wednesday, the next 3 Wednesdays I work and I'm reviewing 2 different shows, Riverdale and Heathers. I don't have time to do 3. I'm not getting off of work at 6 a.m. putting on 3 different outfits and doing reviews. I'm not going to. And I'm definitely not going to do it for a series where my interest has waned this fast in 6 episodes. Misinformation. But Ryan Murphy is going to Netflix now, so it doesn't sound like that's going to be a problem anymore, because it's going to be probably more so, except for the existing series that are out, reviewing full seasons of shit. But I want to thank y'all for rocking with me. If y'all did rock with me with this, I do review other shows, and I do take suggestions. So suggest down below, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because again, I'm not saying that I'm not going to review this anymore. It's just not a priority, so it might just be late. It might just be combined episodes being reviewed, and we only got about 4 left anyway, so fuck it. To my Patreon patrons. It's so hard because it's called Patreon and you say you're patrons. I love y'all to death. Y'all know that. They're Sierra. Yeah, you. If you watching this, I'm listening to you. I just found your envelope when I sent out to Valentine's. It must have fell behind my couch when I was rearranging. I found it, so I apologize. I'm going to get yours sent out. I apologize. I thought I sent them all out, but I guess when I was like addressing them and everything and putting them back in the bag, yours fell out. So I'm going to get you yours. And then I apologize. I am not looking at the page. I have a brand new $20 patron. If you're watching this, please go to the merch store and pick out a t-shirt so I can get that sent out to you. Let me know which design you pick and what size, because I get a different price than you do, obviously, because I'm the supplier. So let me find that out. And then our Pink Ladies and T-Birds, thank y'all for rocking with me. Y'all stuck with me now. Y'all might just not be stuck with me on this series. And finally, to the people that are just happen to be watchers of my shit, why not become a Pink Lady or a T-Bird? Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Find out when the other things are going to be up. I review a lot of different TV shows. So if you like these reviews, probably not this one, because I don't even like this one. This is fucking trash. But on shows that I actually like and I'm interested in, the reviews are much better. The costumes are elaborate. And we have fun on this channel, and I try to reply back to every comment. So become a Pink Lady or T-Bird today. With that being said, merch on sale. Patreon, if you got it. Even $1 helps. Y'all might want to get on that, because big giveaway for my 40th birthday in May. Patreons are going to get their own special thing. They're going to get first dibs on everything else. So y'all better get up, better get with that. And fuck this show. Deuces.
Kamehameha attack is blazing, I'm so amazing. Japanimation, the anime on your cartoon station. So fulfilling, no adults swimming for about an hour. Revealing power, unorthodox amongst these cowards. Full transformation for Optimus Prime transformation. A good vibration from